Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Agnes, and my goal is to help you realize that there's nothing outside of you out there. Your 3D is you, and everything you desire is already here. You just have to change your perspective and allow it to be seen. So today I want to share with you a very powerful, I would say method, but it's not really a method, is you projecting yourself into a place that you would want to experience and allowing it to happen. Now, I've done this so many times in my life with basically flats in the first row of the Mediterranean Sea. I did this with different other places, other flats. Like I did this with jobs. I did this with so many things in my life. We all and you have been doing this for since you are alive, because this is the way you create reality anyway. But because we are not conscious about how we are doing this, we are not really using it to its full potential. That's why today I want to share this with you. And I'm going to also share how I was doing this. So let me just really, it's so simple, really so simple. So oftentimes, right, we are just walking down the street just to have a coffee, or just to, like the way I, for example, manifested a flat just right in front of the sea, and I was not living there. I was just going there for a lunch with my family, and I remember that we were walking, we're having a great time, and my mother like kind of pointed up there right next to the hotel, where actually there was actually a hotel, and she was like, "Oh, I would love to be able to live there for like a week or 2 weeks. It would be just so amazing." And I remember that the moment she pointed out, I kind of pictured automatically myself right there, and I kind of shifted perspectives. Now this is very important, right? So I did not just looked up and thought, oh yeah, that's a nice idea. The moment she said that, I was able to picture myself in that balcony or on that balcony, and I was looking down from the balcony towards us, right, and then towards this whole beautiful harbor. And it's a very beautiful place. It's a port in Mallorca, in Spain, where I was living at that time. And I spent what, 3 seconds having picturing us and picturing the whole port from that perspective, as if I was sitting there, and I could feel the excitement of what my mother, with her enthusiasm, just pointed out, or pointed the place. I could feel this fulfillment, contentment rather, of like, yeah, this is so cool. Now, fast forward, this happened in around end of October, and in February I moved exactly where she pointed, but exactly not, but like 3 meters to the left, to that balcony that she pointed out, because right there was two hotels, but in the middle there was a block of flats, and I ended up renting on the third floor, exactly that place where she almost pointed. Like I'm saying, actually just the next balcony of the, like next to the hotel. Now, this is one of the stories that I did, but I did this with the job back when I was still working in corporate world, and I had no idea what I was doing. I was just 22 years old, but I was just naturally projecting myself in different office buildings while I was in the city, while I was going from A to B. And every time I was sitting on a tram or on the bus, I was keep kind of looking for which window I would love myself to sit next to, and what kind of view I would like to see from there. So I remember playing with this a lot, saying like, nah, that I wouldn't like that. Nah, I wouldn't like that. Oh, that must be awesome. That must be amazing to sit next to that window, for example. And then again, I was going to interviews, and one day I did not apply for that job. I applied for a different job, and I went to that headhunter. And the headhunter, just before I already opened the door and I was leaving, saying goodbye. And then she just said, "Oh, by the way, we have a job at this multinational company. It's not really what you're looking for. I mean, it's not the exact position, but if you like, we can send you your CV. And then, I'm like, yeah, why not? And it turns out that was exactly what I was thinking about. And even beyond that, like, not just they were paying me 3 times more than I was from earning in my previous job, but there were so many extras, there were so many bonuses, there was everything was new, and I was sitting next to a beautiful window. Everything was like exactly how I projected it and projected myself. So this is very important. I projected, I didn't just look and think, oh, like how nice must be for those. No, I just actually put myself next to the window, and I closed my eyes for a second and tried to picture like what would I see from where I'm sitting. And I really did this without realizing what I'm actually doing. Now, another crazy story, very, very similar, but it's even crazier than this. Is me sitting one day with a friend having a coffee, or I think we were having dinner. It was evening again, a few years back. And I remember he goes out to the toilet, right? And then while I'm waiting, I look out at the window because we're sitting next to a window, and I just look out to the big building flats, a very beautiful one in Budapest, an old one. And then I kind of stare in those, I don't know, maybe 3-4 minutes that he was away. I was staring and kind of just scanning the view and thinking, oh, this is so beautiful. And then I go up with my eyes, and then I basically pick the highest flat, which is the penthouse, the top flat. And I project myself without really wanting anything, which is so amazing, because this is also part of this whole process, that I was completely detached. So I was playing only with this idea of how beautiful must be the view from there at night, Budapest, seeing the whole Danube, seeing the whole Buda side with the mountains and all these beautiful churches and the parliament and all that. And I was thinking, how awesome must be the view from that flat. Now, you will laugh, but fast forward, I think it was not more than, I can't really recall like how many weeks later, but I meet someone, and it turns out that they are going to have a home party. This either farewell was, or I think it was home warming party, and I'm invited. And yes, it turns out that it's not just exactly the same building, but it's exactly the same place that I was pointing and projecting myself. And then I remember that I go to the first thing that I forgot, by the way, that I did that. So I remember that the first thing that I arrived in the flat I had is like, I would love to see the view. You must have an amazing view. And I go to the window and I look out, and I'm like, wow, it is really an amazing view from here. And then I look down and I see the window of this little pub where I was sitting. And I'm like, and that's when I realized, it is me. I created this by projecting myself into this perspective. So now I was looking physically from the other perspective down to myself, who a few weeks before was sitting at the window of the pub. Now, I've done this so many times in my life, some without realizing, projecting myself in yachts or boats from the while I was sunbathing on the beach, or things like that. It's like just for fun. And just because I did it for fun, because I was just playing with it, because I didn't have any attachments, because I didn't have any needs or wants or musts or has tos or whatever that we usually have, it just unfolded so naturally. So I really wanted to share this story with you to inspire you, and to inspire you in trying this, in really allowing yourself to play with your reality by projecting yourself in that perspective. So wherever you want to be, you just want to see from that you who is sitting there or standing there, or it's already working there, whatever she's doing or he's doing, and trying to spend a few seconds like feeling, seeing, experiencing what that person is doing or feeling, seeing. And of course, usually you want it, there's a desire there because there is an emotion related. So it's like fulfillment or joy or excitement, or sometimes, I don't know, sometimes even relief. But mostly these desires are really like have a more elevated emotion, let's say. So this is all that is. There is not complicated, and we are doing this all the time, by the way, but normally we're doing it the other way around. Like, I don't want that, and I don't want that. And we don't use our imagination with its full potential for what we actually desire to experience. So I hope this video will help you to do that. Please comment below. I'm so excited to hear your stories. Either that if you've done this before and you just kind of forgot and now you're going back to it, or if this works for you, just come back and comment below. I'm always so excited to read your comments. And if you like what I'm talking about, also we have a manifesting circle, which is a group where we do the same things. I teach, and there's an amazing community that we are remembering how powerful we are, and that 3D is nothing out there. There is all us. We are 3D. So the moment we understand that everything is our creation, we can really create anything we desire so easily and effortlessly. So if you are interested in joining that membership, you can read the description box below for the details. And if you liked this video and inspired you, please give me or this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new to my channel. And we'll see you soon with another story of mine. I have quite a lot of stories, and I'm always so excited to share them because I know how powerful they can be. And I'm all about inspiring you into what's possible. So see you soon.